Hi, I am Zatio Kone. I go to Williams College where I'm a rising sophomore. I'm majoring in psychology and I'm Prep 9 contingent 21.
And what has UA done for you?
Oh, so many things. Where do I begin?
Undergraduate affairs has been really helpful with helping me network with other prep students.
And UA also has all of these wonderful forums.
We had 4 amazing panelists today who, told us not only what they did and how they got to where they are, but really gave me experience, a personalized experience, a prep for prep experience.
Undergraduate affairs, the purpose of it here at Prep is to serve and advise more than 750 undergraduates at colleges across the country, more than 100 colleges across the country. And we serve our undergraduates in any number of ways, from financial aid to academic advising to logistical to personal advising. We make all kinds of referrals. We talk with deans. Our purpose is really sort of to be a clearinghouse and to help students become self-advocates, to learn how to ask for help, and to help facilitate any kind of liaisoning we need to do between university administrators and students themselves.
Undergraduate affairs can help you with a lot more than you think. If you're proactive about checking in with your advisor and asking for help when you need it, then undergraduate affairs can help you with a lot more than you expected. So when I first came into Princeton, I came into the engineering school and I was going to major in chemical and biological engineering. And the whole first semester, I thought I was so set on that and I had to do that because that's what Princeton accepted me for. Not only was I struggling academically, but I wasn't really happy going to any of my classes. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And when I talked to Rico halfway through the first semester and he asked me how my classes were going, I told him not so well, but I was going to keep doing it because that's what my major was. One of the things that he told me was your major or whatever you study in college is just a set of classes. It's not anything binding, and to not think that what you study in college has to be what you do for the rest of your life. If I hadn't been told why not, I might still be in the engineering school, and I feel like because I switched out, I've gotten to explore so much more and gain so much more out of the college experience.
I really wanted to go to school in the city, and Colgate is in Hamilton, New York, which is in the middle of nowhere. I found that my friend circle was a lot of people from suburban areas, and I was having trouble kind of connecting to them in the same ways that I had with people in high school. I missed kind of the prep community that I had at Dalton too. I feel like, we would always be there to laugh about, the struggle bus, being from the hood and going to Dalton. But I wasn't really finding that at Colgate because we don't have a huge prep community like other schools do. On the second day of college, my academic advisor looked at my schedule and saw that I had 2 hard sciences, biology and chemistry. And he looked at me in a meeting that, all undergrads have to go and talk with their advisors in the first couple of weeks. So this was my second day of college, and he sits me down and he goes, I don't think you should take these classes. So I'm like, oh, okay, I understand that. But I just kind of wanted to get them out of the way. I was considering pre-med as a possible concentration. And he goes, well, minorities don't typically do well in these classes. So when that happened, I was really confused. I didn't know who at school to talk to. It was the second day of school, so I didn't feel like I was close enough to anyone to really, explain my feelings when that happened. So I called Leah. I emailed her first, and she emailed me back, gave me like her personal cell phone number, her office number. She actually called me later that day, and she was just as upset as I was. She got me in contact with the Dean of Multicultural Affairs at Colgate, who I talked to literally that week. We kind of straightened things out a little bit. It's just like another network to have outside of school. Like I didn't know anyone on my second day of college, and I didn't know if it was okay to approach my dean, or like I didn't even know we had a dean of multicultural affairs, to be honest. And she just got that information to me really, really quickly, and was able to get me into a spot where, you know, I could talk to the people at my school, but also being a person who was just really understanding.
Most of my career, I've been an entrepreneur. I've started several companies, run them. And I wanted to shift careers at this stage of my life. And as a person who was literally the first generation out of segregation, who attended schools like these, one of the first groups too, I wanted to kind of, you know, be able to help students navigate those institutions and those situations.
The people who were part of undergraduate affairs are definitely level-headed people and are very open and willing to hear out whatever issues you're going through, or even if it's good news, they're always waiting to hear about what awards we've gotten or what opportunities we've been granted, and like if we're going abroad or anything like that. It is super important to stay in touch with prep because there are tons of opportunities that come up, and if you're someone that keeps in touch with them and something comes up that's slightly related to any of your interests, you'll be the first person to email. So keeping in contact with Rico, I've definitely had a lot of opportunities given to me, or sort of been informed about, and then from that point on I applied or did whatever I needed to, but it was just super easy to have these opportunities just be sent to me, and it's also great because they're great people. Usually whether it's Leah or Rico, either one or both amazing people to sort of talk to and just hang out with.
One of the things I wanted to communicate to all prep undergrads is that we're here to serve everyone, that we focus primarily on two groups, and those two groups are very important to us. We focus on first-year students and the transition to college, and research shows us that that's the hardest year for any college student. So really to kind of help them and to negotiate that transition, whether it's dealing with a roommate, whether it's learning what financial aid means, if a student's taking a break, to sort of help them to negotiate that gap year, to matriculate in the college of their choice. So that's the first group we really work with here at Prep and Undergraduate Affairs. The second group we work with and that we target are any students who are on leave from college or who are not enrolled in college, and we want to help them wherever they're at. We want to meet them wherever they're at. So they might be taking a break for financial, personal, medical reason. We always want to work with those students, get to know them, and offer any help we can.